Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, August 13th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up picking up a loss with the Rockets -8, which was available on Fox Bet at plus 100. But Westbrook was not going to play. I already knew that. Harden was going to play. That ended up happening, and he ended up scoring 45 points, putting up 17 rebounds and 9 assists. However, unfortunately, nobody else in Houston showed up as the team shot a combined 28.1% from three, as they ended up going 16 for 57. And if you know, it's all of you should, Houston only shoots three-pointers. So when the entire supporting cast bricks every three-pointer, they're not really going to win much. Indiana benched the people that I thought they would. Of course, if Oladipo would have been benched, it would have been a lot better. But he ended up going 7 for 26 and 2 for 12 from the floor. Brogdon didn't play. Didn't surprise me. But unfortunately, Houston just shot too badly from the floor. They were unable to get the win. We're going to be sticking with the play of the day in the NBA. We're going to be going back to basketball. And it should be a very intense Thursday card because there's a lot of playoff implications at risk. And we're going to be going with a matchup in the Western Conference that could have some serious impacts on the 8-9 matchup in the West. And it will be between the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. And the play of the day is going to be on the Phoenix Suns -5.5, which is available at FanDuel at -110 at time of recording of 2:14 a.m. Eastern time. Now, a couple reasons why I'm going to be taking the Suns in this spot. First reason is pretty obvious. They're the only undefeated team left in the bubble. They've been the hottest team in basketball. They've been really taking care of business, and Booker has completely blossomed into a superstar, along with Rubio, who's been a very solid point guard. Aiden really hasn't had much of an impact, but Sarge has looked really solid, and Phoenix has been clicking, and they're one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in all of basketball. And I feel like at 5.5 against a Dallas team that's kind of struggling right now definitely makes sense, but it even makes it's kind of a little bit questionable, though, because I thought this line would be higher when you factor in the fact that Dallas has absolutely nothing to play for in this matchup. Dallas already locked into the 7, which means they're automatically playing the Clippers in the first round. And it's important to mention because of the fact that if you actually look at Dallas's last game, they played a lot of starters, a lot of minutes. And I feel like a resting spot here for Doncic and company makes all the sense in the world. If you want to break it down, they ended up losing by 3 points to Portland because of Damian Lillard's 61-point outburst. However, the important thing to note is that Doncic played 35 minutes. Porzingis played 35 minutes. Even the other starters, Hardaway Jr. played 37 minutes. Finney-Smith played 30 minutes. Kleber played 27 minutes. Realistically, with Doncic and Porzingis both playing 35-plus minutes in their last game, and now they have nothing to play for in a regular season finale, I have to assume that Rick Carlisle is going to be benching the majority of the starters in the spot. It doesn't make any sense to potentially risk an injury, especially to Porzingis, who has had some knee issues in the past, to force them to play a meaningless game against a team that's fighting with everything they can for a playoff spot. Doesn't really make much sense. Dallas is probably going to just rest everybody, look to go into the playoffs healthy, and hopefully shock the world by upsetting the Clippers in the first round. But in reality, Phoenix, as you know, is going to be throwing everything with the kitchen sink at the Mavericks because they need this win. Because right now, you have a 3-way tie for the 9 spot in the West, and all 3 of those teams, the Grizzlies, the Suns, and the Spurs, respectively, are all half a game behind the Portland Trailblazers, who are also going to be playing against the Nets tonight. So hypothetically, if Portland loses and one of these other teams win, then one of those teams are going to hop over Portland, and the Suns need to win in order to potentially stay into the hunt for the 9 spot, especially with the Grizzlies playing the Bucks, who are most likely going to be resting a bunch of guys, especially since Giannis got suspended for headbutting somebody, and the fact that the Spurs are going to be playing the Jazz, and the Jazz have looked terrible. So based on that, the Suns have all the motivation in the world to come out and play a hard-fought game for 48 minutes. They're going to be looking for a playoff spot, and Dallas has completely just no reason for motivation in this spot. They're probably going to rest a bunch of guys, and I expect this line to skyrocket once it is announced that Doncic and or Porzingis are both not going to play. So once again, the play of the day for Thursday, August 13th is going to be on the Phoenix Suns -5.5, which is available at -110 on FanDuel. That's an installment of Scott's Selections here with winnerswiners.com. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.